Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, isn't this potentially rich? It's yet again possibly another one of those examples of peak leftist hypocrisy. You see, leftoids, especially the very woke and vocal ones, the ones who won't stop talking, although you could usually probably describe it more as yelling than talking, the ones who are constantly blah blah blahing about how virtuous they are and how racist everybody else is and how horrible and unethical everybody else is and how evil the corporate class is. Yeah, it's yet again one of those situations where the very loud, virtue-signaling leftist, well, might have some skeletons in their closet. The same people wagging their fingers at everybody else, always signaling moral superiority, always ends up being the one getting exposed, huh? And now we've got this Sunny Hostin situation. Her husband's currently named in a massive lawsuit, accusing him of being possibly involved in a huge, and I mean huge, health insurance fraud scheme. Might be another one of those situations of throwing stones when you live in a glass house. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so I'm assuming a lot of you guys have read the headlines, but here's a quick explainer of what's happening. Manuel Hostin, who's the husband of Sunny Hostin from The View, was just recently named in an insurance fraud lawsuit, and the allegations are pretty serious. According to the lawsuit itself, he's accused of participating in a scheme that involved submitting fraudulent claims to health insurance companies. The details allege that patients were charged for services that they didn't receive or at inflated rates. That's the TLDR explanation. And now Sunny Hostin, as you could imagine, as your prototypical progressive leftist on TV, well, she's looking like a right hypocrite now, isn't she? I mean, here's the basic gist of it. What her husband is being accused of is the exact kind of corruption that directly contributes to the high cost and inefficiencies of the healthcare system, the evil capitalist healthcare system that Sunny Hostin herself frequently criticizes. I mean, just recently, Sunny Hostin said this.
Wait, hold on. Let Sunny get in here.
I I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it. But the notion that we are in a violent country, this country was built on violence. We're a very violent country. And it's just undeniable that that's the case. And so I'm not... Unfortunately.
Yeah, she's quick to condemn the broken healthcare system, and she knows because her husband's a doctor. Yeah, Sunny, well, we know. I guess you have a real intimate understanding on just how broken the system is. It's one of those situations where you have the leftist celebrity who frames herself as a champion for the little guy, always calling out capitalist corruption, greed in the American system.
I was looking at some of the social media comments, and I try to stay away from social media, but it said some of the comments were thoughts and deductibles to the family. Mm-hmm. One of the comments was, unfortunately, my condolences are out of network. And so I think it really, isn't that something? I really think it's reflective about how people are feeling about their health care. Mm-hmm. And if you look at this particular CEO, while he made about $10 million a year, which is not actually unusual for a CEO of a company this size, this particular health company, United Healthcare, is the largest company that's responsible for Medicare programs for people over the age of 65. And our country is one of the only countries that doesn't have universal health care, and we don't take care of our elderly, and people are feeling the pinch. We talk about that all the time.
Yet here we are, with her own husband allegedly being involved in a scheme that exploits the very same system. The hypocrisy here is just stunning. Well, kind of. It would be stunning if it wasn't so par for the course. It's the leftist archetype, the classic elitist leftist celebrity playbook. Pretend to be holier than thou while pointing fingers at everybody else, all while ignoring the skeletons in your own damn closet. It's the same tired routine that we've seen over and over again. Remember Ellen DeGeneres, who built her entire career on being kind and relatable? Ooh, I'm Ellen DeGeneres, I'm kind, my brand is kindness. only for it to then be revealed to the public that she was allegedly a workplace bully who created a toxic environment for her staff. Or then we've got Chrissy Teigen, who made a career out of being a woke social justice activist, using her celebrity status to change the world for good and protect marginalized peoples. But Chrissy Teigen then got exposed for what? For horrible cyberbullying. Yeah, such a great person. And now it seems with Sunny Hostin, well, she might belong in the same boat. I mean, if she had any knowledge of her husband's alleged actions here, or worse, if she benefited from those actions and knowingly benefited from those actions, well, then that ought to be career destroying, definitely reputation destroying. I'd say right now she's on the fence. She could, of course, claim total ignorance. She had no idea what her husband was up to. But at the end of the day, I mean, who knows? 50-50 could be either or. And just the possibility that she might have known, well, you got to admit that's a hard one to avoid. That's going to be a dark cloud above her shoulder, in my view, forever. At least if the findings are in the end that her husband was in fact engaging in this illegal activity. The same time, big-time leftist elitist hypocrisy. Talk a big game, act like an activist, but behind the scenes, you may be part of the problem, you may be complicit. You know, like the woke celebrity that lectures you on your usage of fossil fuels. Oh, the environment. But they're the ones spending a good portion of the year on a freaking super yacht that uses more fossil fuel than an entire residential block. Or woke Dwayne Wade. Big time leftist celebrity, just such a good human being. I mean, that's the image, right? But we're now getting reports that Dwayne Wade might have wasted 500,000 gallons of water in a single month in drought-stricken California. Talk the woke game, but of course those rules only apply to the peasants, right? And so look, just to conclude here and to be as fair as possible, it is important to note that the lawsuit is still ongoing, and Emmanuel Hostin, Sunny Hostin's husband, has the right to defend himself. But the fact that this even raises a question, well, you pretty much get where I'm going at, right? It possibly shatters the credibility and the image, the woke image that Sunny Hostin has crafted for herself. And if in the end these allegations turn out to be true, well, it might yet again only confirm what so many people already suspect, that the loudest voices of judgment, like I was saying earlier, the woke Karens who don't stop blah blah blahing, well, they themselves are often the ones with the most to hide. Sunny Hostin and others have built their brand on condemning others, and even often jumping to conclusions before the facts are in. That's why not so long ago, Sunny Hostin was reading a legal note on air.
I have a legal note.
You want to take this one, Joy, or are you
Matt
good?
Gaetz has long denied all allegations and has not been charged with any crime.
That's true.
Also, another legal note, Pete Hegseth's lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit. He has denied any wrongdoing.
That's interesting. Pay off the witness. Oh,
Sorry,
legal note.
I have a legal note. Another legal note.
Just call the show Legal Note from now on.
I have a very quick statement.
She's always the first person to jump on the latest leftist conspiracy theory, condemning, judging, attempting to cancel other people, always pretending as if she's standing on the moral high ground, but in the end, in reality, she might just be standing at the top of a giant trash mound. I guess joining in with the rest of the woke celebrity virtue signalers whose grifts have already been exposed. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.